Welcome back, everybody, to another Fallout video. On today's episode, we are hunting treasure. That's right, if you've been playing the game and collecting those treasure maps and not really sure what to do with them or don't know where to find the treasure, I've got you covered. I'm going to be going over all the locations from Forest to Toxic Valley, Savage Divide, the Mire, and Cranberry Bog. So you can skip down to the description below. I've time-stamped each one of these locations, so if you only have a handful of these and want to go straight to that one that you do have, feel free to do that. So with that being said, let's jump into it. All right, first up, Forest Map number 1. Now, this one is near the Mothman Museum, which is in Point Pleasant. You'll just teleport over there if you have this location unlocked, and from the teleport location, you will just go down to the left of the bridge here, and it will be underneath the bridge. Okay, Forest Map number 2. Now, this one is a little off the beaten path, but I would teleport over to the Nuka-Cola plant and take a left-hand side, and I've sped this up a bit just to get this out of the way. And we're going to be going up the mountain behind the Nuka-Cola plant and go all the way to the very tippy top of this. Now, once on top of the mountain here, you'll be overlooking the Nuka-Cola plant, and this is the exact marker, so feel free to pause here. You will be looking directly at the Nuka-Cola plant, and you will see the bottle sticking out above the trees there. And go all the way up to the top here, and you will find a little camp, and your dig site will be under the cooking stove here. All right, moving right along, Forest Map number 3. Now this one is near north of Relay Tower HG B709, and you can teleport over there and go directly behind it, right where my marker is at, and keep it behind you, and you will see this little playground, and once you jump down, it will be near the monkey bars. Okay, Forest Map number 4. I previously dug this one up. There are a few like this, so I had to improvise, but this is at Anchor Farm, and Anchor Farm is really close to Vault 76. So head to the back of this where this airplane is at, and your dig location will be near the back of the plane. Forest Map number 5. So another one that I previously dug up. You can go over to Charleston Train Yard and go down near the train tracks, and you'll see a blue overturned train car, and it is right near the door, and that is your dig location. Forest Map number 6 is over by the Wayward, actually directly behind it, so this is very easy to get to. Just head behind the Wayward here, and there is a little board that is acting like a ramp. You can just jump over that near the water, and you will find your next dig point. Okay, Forest Map number 7. So this is at Widow's Perch, and there is a billboard at the very top that you'll be able to see. It's quite large, sits on top of the hill, and keep that as your point of interest. And once you head up there towards Widow's Perch, you will go to the right hand side of it and actually stand on the corner and look to your right, and that will be your dig point. Number 8. So you can go to Gully Mine and actually teleport to the exit or walk over to the exit, and you will see a red bridge. And that is where you want to head to. Walk over the red bridge here and keep the water on your right-hand side here, and that's where we're going to be crossing. Once we cross the river here, take a right, and there she is. Forest map number 9. We are headed to Summersville. So when you teleport to Summersville, you're actually going to be on the opposite end of where you need to be. So make your way through the town till you see this bus and head to this little house here, and it will be near the porch here. Okay, last one in our forest map section. We are headed to Greg's Mine Supply. And once we are here, we're going to be heading to the water and jump down into this cavern. You will see this sewer drain, and you'll jump up on this ledge to the left-hand side, and your dig point will be right here. All right, moving on to the ash heap maps. We are right at the AMS testing site, and once you get over here, we will be heading right to the left of the main entrance, and you can just hug the side here right next to this metal gate, and then you will see this entrance here with this ramp, and your dig location will be right next to it. Okay, ash heap number 2. So this is right next to Hornwright Air Purifier site, but it's also right next to the Rusty Pick. So if you want to save some caps, just teleport over to the Rusty Pick and go to this mound site here, and you will see some buildings next to a pond, and look for the one with the dock with a Jeep to the side. And your dig location will be right next to the Jeep on the left-hand side if you are facing the billboard. Okay, moving on to Toxic Valley. We're going to head over to Becker Farm as our teleport location. And once we do that, we're going to be looking for a bridge and some rundown houses. There's quite a few rundown houses over in this area, but that is the bridge. I would highly recommend looking for this bridge here, and then all of these houses kind of up close to it. And then this little shed, that's your next point of interest and is right next to it. Okay, number 2. So we're heading to Clarksburg, and this is near the Clarksburg Shooting Club. It's just south of the water park, and you will find a water tower. So this is the exact location here where my marker is at, and you will see the water tower just like in the picture with these 2 trees. So keep the water tower in front of you here up this hill, and that is your dig site. So you can pause here if you need to just see the location, but it is up the hill and near this water tower. All right, number 3, we're going to the Pioneer Camp, and right here it is on the map. And once here, we're going to be making our way into the middle of the lake where this boat is at, just like the picture. This one is pretty spot on when it comes to the map. And there is our dig site. Okay, Toxic Valley map number 4, the last one. We're heading to Crater, and once at Crater, we are going to be right on the outskirts. So when you teleport over there, go to the exterior and go right on this way right here, this exit. up this path, up this ledge, and it is right here, right outside of the crater. Okay, Savage Divide. Now there are quite a few of these. So the first up is right next to Denton Sons Construction and really, really close right outside of the Federal Disposal Field. And once you head up the path that leads from Denton Sons, the road here, and you'll see this billboard thing and this toxic waste sign that's kind of laying over on its side, just like the picture, and your dig site is right next to it. Map number 2 in the Savage Divide section. We are over right next to the central train yard, and once here we can kind of stay on the tracks. You will see this white building and this yellow tractor, and stay between the train cars. Lots of ghouls here, keep that in mind. And there'll be a red car on your left and a blue one on your right, and it is right in the middle. Okay, Savage Divide map number 3. So this is just north of Top of the World, and there will be a ski lift. So keep that as your point of interest. So I would follow it from the top of the dome down the hill. And once you do that, there'll be a railing, and you'd want to jump over the railing here, and you will see some overturned cars, and it is right next to it. Number 4. Okay, so this is right over by Solomon's Pond. And there's a little boardwalk here, and it is right at the end of the boardwalk to the left. Number 5. Okay, so this is at the Blackwater Mine, and we will be on the cliff overlooking Blackwater Mine. So the entrance to where you go actually into the mine, that will be under us, and there will be a billboard. And once you make your way up to this billboard, it will be right in the middle of it. Number 6, we are heading to the Palace of the Winding Path. And again, we're going to be making our way behind it or to the north of it. And once you spawn in, you will actually be way down there where I'm pointing here. And you'll just kind of follow it around to the front of this building. And there's kind of like a garden here. And you can just kind of walk through this way, and there's a bunch of rocks down here. And the best way I can explain this is once you kind of jump down this way and keep these buildings kind of aligned behind you, you will see this log or this tree that's kind of fallen over here, and that's where you're gonna want to be jumping down. And there's your dig point. Number 7, we are going to go over to the east of South Mountain Lookout. And once there, we're going to go over here exactly where my marker is at. So you can pause here if you need to. And these things are your points of interest. They're what's on the treasure map, and you'll kind of be on this cliff here. This one's kind of hard to explain, so I apologize. But the mound is, once you jump down here, here is your dig point. But those are what you'll be looking for, those structures right there. Okay, Savage Divide number 8. So this is right next to Route 63 and the North Cutthroat Camp, like almost right between it. And there is a path that leads up here. You just kind of have to find it, but it is below there. That's the main road that kind of winds all the way up here. And once you get up here to the top of here, this is exactly what your treasure map looks like. There's the bike. And I previously dug this one up, so I apologize. But this is your mound. Okay, number 9, moving right along. We are at the Autumn Acre Cabin. And once you teleport here, you can run up directly to this cabin here, and then we're going to be taking a right through the woods and then over to this cliff, and keep this large rock mound here to your left and jump off right next to it. And we're going to be looking for the carrot flowers because those are in the picture, and that's where we're going to be jumping to. And once we're down here, the mound will be right next to the carrot flowers. Okay, last one in the Savage Divide maps, number 10. We are going over to this fissure site, and I will warn you, this is not a friendly area, so you might have to take out a Scorch Beast like I did. But once over here and you take care of business, there are these 2 trucks and the fissure site, and it is literally right next to them. Okay, now we're on to the Mire maps, and I would suggest teleporting over to the pumpkin house and taking that bottom path. It will lead directly up to this little farm here. And once you're up here at the top, you will see this little area, this little farm, and the scarecrow guy right in front of him is your dig location. Okay, number 2. We are over by Big B's rest stop and the treetops. And right where this train track stops is where we are going. And once over here, you will see the train car and the little encampment, and just go to the right side of these train cars. And it is up near the one that's kind of blue. Okay, number 3. We are over by the Southern Belle Motel. So if you teleport over there, you can just follow the main road right in front of the motel. And if you just keep following that road on down, you will come to this truck in the middle of the road. And if you just jump off to the right-hand side, your dig location will be just right here. Okay, number 4. We are right next to the dam, and the best way, once you teleport over here, the best way to do it is just look for the school bus. This bright yellow school bus with the tree that has collapsed on top of it. It's on the left-hand side. Once you get teleported over here, just jump down right next to it, and your dig mound will be right under it. Okay, the last one in the Mire Map section. We are over by the Excelsior model home and the Mountain Power Plant, right in between, almost touching that road there. And this bridge that is right outside the Mountain Power Plant is what you'll be looking at. So it'll be east of you, and that little white outbuilding there is your focal point. Draw a line right back into the woods here, and this will be your mound. Okay, Cranberry Bog Map number 1. We are over by Watauga Civic Center and the antique shop here. And once you teleport over to the antique shop, you can just run straight down the road. And that's what I suggest. And once you do that, you'll come up on this horse trailer, which is pretty cute. The little horses here out on the road. But just jump down to the left and your dig mound is right under the bridge. Cranberry Bog Map number 2. So we are over by the Ranger Lookout and the Ranger District office, almost touching the building here. And once you teleport over here, just stay on this main gravel road and head towards this sign here. And there's a little wooden bridge to your left. Head towards the bridge, jump down and go under the bridge, and it will be under it. Okay, map number 3. So this is over by the overgrown Sundew Grove at the very bottom of the map. And right where my pin is at is where you're going to want to be. So keep the overgrown forest here behind you. And then when you spin around, you will see this giant tree here. And this mound is not very noticeable whatsoever. So here is a pond here with some beavers out, and the mound is right under the tree. Really hard to see here. All right, Cranberry Bog Map number 4. You guys made it. So this is over by Pylon V13. This is a pretty active area, so I dropped my survival tent so I could do this pretty quickly. But right where I'm dropping my pin is where we are going. And once you look out here, you will see these big towers, and you will see this train that is almost made it to the next tower but didn't. And you're going to be going to the second one after that. So we're going to be heading in that direction, and your dig point will be almost right under it. All right, guys, you made it to the end. Congratulations. Hopefully that was helpful on your treasure hunting journeys. Don't forget, I have a brand new Fallout Discord that is linked down below. Feel free to hop in and maybe we can play together sometime. And as always, don't forget to hit that like or subscribe button, and we will see you on the next one.